rich people don't get their money, but that really what we know from hard economic analysis is that reductions in tax rates, like the dividend tax reduction or marginal tax rate reductions or other programs, I also have supported a wage tax reduction, a temporary wage tax reduction. Any kinds of marginal tax reductions that affect incentives of businesses to actually hire people, to buy equipment, can make enormous differences. And what worries me is that the politics of too much concern about deficits, which will be fueled by war expenditures all the more, may stop us from doing what we need to do.
Let me bring in you, Larry. I mean, Larry, you, President Carter, you have absolutely no problem with deficits because you lived through all this.
Oh,
this
no.
This is
oh, heavens no. Heavens no. Quite the opposite. I mean, I think one of the major achievements of the Clinton administration was to set as a goal the reduction and elimination of deficits, recognizing the beneficial consequences for raising U.S. savings, lowering interest rates at a time when inflation was higher than it is today, and really turning around a political mindset. And what worries me is that we've lost that mindset. And we may have a lot of difficulties getting it back at a time when U.S. savings rates are horribly low, which means we don't save enough, which means we're constantly absorbing capital from abroad, running import surplus and balance of payments deficits.
Let's leave this with the economists a minute.
And raising this problem that what happens if one day the rest of the world decides, gee, we don't want to hold so many dollars? Then we have a big-time problem on our hands. And so all of these things worry me greatly. So no, don't put me in that Carter position. And there are lots of things about the Clinton administration that I did not agree with either. But turning us around on this whole deficit question, a major achievement, and I fear we're losing it.
It is very, very ironical that Democrats are decrying deficits and Republicans say that deficits are okay. This is role reversal in a major way, and ironic and odd. Briefly.
I don't think that I have ever changed anything I've said about deficits. I wrote my PhD dissertation on deficits in the economy and the risks of them. I supported Bob Rubin in his policies during the Clinton administration. And it's really a concern about weighing things, about seeing how big the problem is relative to other problems. I think that's the issue. And it's not a question of whether deficits are bad or good.
I think you're right. It is a role reversal. I think to some extent on the Republican side, it's real politics. The argument that if you let the deficit get out of control, that limits spending, and that's the long-run goal. Whether
and that's the
buy it or not.
And that's the last word on the economy. The clock is against us. Thank you all very much indeed.
Thank you.
Join me next week for another edition of Manhattan at the same place here in Times Square and the same time on BBC4.